All right, looks like we are live. This is my first. Welcome to the Real Estate Lead Automation Vault, my first live stream ever. So it's my inaugurational stream, if that's how you say it. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm just have so much to say, but I want to stick to the topic and stick to the venue. What is the Real Estate Lead Automation Vault? I will get into that in just a second, but first I wanted to let you know I'm your Vault hostess. I will be here every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m., so be sure to tune in. You are more than welcome to text me, direct message me on Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want to do, or regular text, and send me questions you would like me to answer at the meetings. Next week, we're actually going to be going live from Fidelity National Title. They're going to be having an event with Brandon Johnson doing some social media marketing and stuff. I'm going to be at that class, and then I'm going to go live right afterwards from their location. So that will be a very interesting one, and hopefully maybe have some more interaction. In the meantime, I'm your Vault hostess, Rachelle Van Duser, and I developed the Real Estate Lead Automation Vault. I'm also your techy Las Vegas Real Estate Transaction Coordinator. What is the vault? We're going back to that question. So the Real Estate Lead Automation Vault captures, stores, and tracks. Captures, stores, and tracks all of your leads for you so you can focus on other things. It does this automatically. It is automation. I did another video that I posted on YouTube and should be on Instagram also if you're interested, that talks about the difference between automation and AI. I'm not going to get into that today, but there is a big difference between automation and AI. And I want people to understand that because this database is all automated. It's created with automation. Can it be expanded to use AI? Of course. The world's your oyster. You can expand this database and make it whatever you want. At this time, though, I just have it's a great database. It's all you need. It's automation. So those of you that don't like AI, you don't have to use AI. Don't worry about it. But it can also be expanded to do a lot more. So it's all dependent upon what you want. Who is this for? So this is for real estate agents. I have 20 plus years in real estate. I love real estate. And I noticed that one of the biggest issues, and a lot of people talk about this, that agents have is follow-up. Follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. Number one, they don't have the time. You're out there getting new leads, getting new clients, taking care of the clients you have. You don't have time for that follow-up. And interestingly enough, I was on an Instagram this morning listening to Jared James. Those of you that don't know him, he does a lot of Instagram posts and stuff like that about the real estate industry. And it just so happened this morning, he mentioned how tough our industry is and why it's so important to nurture your database. And I thought that is so ironic because this ties in directly to what I'm doing for you guys that I want you to help you do with this database. This database, the Real Estate Lead Automation Vault, is going to help you so you can nurture the clients that you have without having to go in all the time and worry about if they're being followed up with and this and that. Not only that, but it comes with a form. So I don't know if you know who Brandon from Vegas is, but he has a form on his TikTok and his Instagram. So when you go in, he says, fill out the form if you have any questions. They fill out the form. That form, I have it where it goes, the leads go directly into a Google Sheet. And then from there, it's shared with whoever you want. It can be with the lender, with 3 agents, with just 1 agent, with your assistant, whoever you want following up on those leads. And then they can follow up on the leads from there. Now, I have taken this a step further where it's automated. So you will automatically get a notification when that lead comes in from that form that will let you know, hey, a lead came in, so that you know you're triggered to go in and follow up on that lead immediately. You can have this set up via email, via text. The main package is set up via email right now, and it's amazing. It really is, and you really should be using this. Now, some of you are probably using this already with, you have like reminders and stuff like that, but do you have one place maybe the CRM you're using with your brokerage, that's fine. If you already have one, great. But if you want a proprietary one with just your leads that nobody else has access to except for the people that you want, you need to have this real estate lead automation vault. It is going to keep you on track. It is very affordable, whether you're a single agent, whether you're a team, whether you're a brokerage. There's 3 different plans, affordability for all, and then you can expand it later on if you want. I mean, as you grow, as your team grows, you can add them on. That is the beauty of this, and it's yours. You own it. You don't have to have any third parties that you're paying monthly fees for, things like that. That's the beauty of it. I'm sure you see ads all the time for things like this. But back to Jared James, I digress. So Jared James said, you need to nurture your database. So that's where the real estate automation vault comes in. And he basically said, if your goal should be to go up to like 1,000, you want to have like 1,000 clients. And if you have 1,000 clients in your database that are being nurtured on this real estate lead automation vault, that means every year, they say usually somebody buys or sells about every 10 years. That would mean every year you should be getting about 100 transactions. 100 people should be either buying or selling from that database. Think about that. Would you like 100 deals a year, or even 50, even 30 right now, if you're just a single agent? You really, really need to make sure that you are following up with these leads. It is super important. If you do not have a system in place, that's what I'm here for. Contact me. That's what this is for. And it's very affordable. It's very intuitive, very easy to use. I can't talk about it enough. So it's for single real estate agents, a real estate team, or a brokerage. 3 different plans. If you want more information, you can contact me and we can talk about that. So what exactly does it do? I explained a little bit, but basically you get a form. Once the lead fills out that form, you can have whatever questions you want on it. It goes into that Google Sheet. Once it goes into that Google Sheet, all of the information populates, and then you will get an email saying, you got a lead, or whatever you want. Now, then you go from there. You do your call, you do your text, you do whatever. If you want to further set it up, then you can have it where it'll automatically send out a text. It'll automatically send out an email. That's where the AI comes in. It's automation that's working with AI so that AI can do this. Now, you can do basic emails with automation. That's something else you can do, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, it captures your leads automatically, stores them all in one place, follows up without you chasing. You don't have to chase around trying to remember, okay, I've got leads over here, leads over here, leads over here. They're all right there for you. And it's built specifically for real estate. Can other companies use this? Yes. But I am passionate about real estate. I've been in this industry 20 plus years. And it's something you got to have. I'm using it for myself to track mine. And then I also have my own real estate transaction coordinator database too, that I built to do this. I just can't tell you enough how important it is to have a database with all of your clients and to be following up. So you're probably wondering what this chart is behind me. I thought it's neat to have this behind me while I'm talking about this, because I really do think, I know that it's informative and it's important that we all know these things going into this. So I broke it down by AI tools, automation, and CRM tools. The CRM would be your database. So the primary use for AI tools is data analysis, predictions, and insights. The primary use for automation, which is what my database is trigger-based task execution, using code and triggers and things like that. Now, for a CRM, the primary use is contact and relationship management. So what I've done is I've taken that automation column and the CRM tools column, and I have combined those into one package so that you get both at the same time. Now, strengths. There's strengths, pros and cons to both of these. So some of the strengths for your AI tools would be pattern recognition and smart insights. So if you added AI, it could eventually be learning how to respond in your tone of voice and things like that. Strengths for automation: it eliminates repetitive work. That repetitive work, the paperwork that you should have a TC doing, the just tracking your leads, which should be a database should be doing, so you don't have to do it. It eliminates repetitive work. That's very important. And then CRM tool strength: centralized client information. So you've got your centralized client information, and we are eliminating repetitive work since this is an automated CRM tools database. Your limits: so when you're using AI tools, it is strictly dependent on the data quality. So whoever's entering that data, or whatever data got entered in there, AI is totally dependent on that. Whether it's right or wrong, it's going to give you the answer based on what was entered and who entered it. So it all depends. You've got to have good data quality. Automation, the limits: there's no reasoning or adaptation, but that's fine, because if you have a certain thing, you know what you want, you just use that, and you can always add the AI later to start doing more reasoning and take it to the next level. Limits for the CRM tools: manual upkeep required. There really isn't a lot of upkeep required on this one, so I don't really see that as a limit, but it's, an obvious, well, it is if you want to grow it and stuff like that. But even with AI, you still have to have somebody back there monitoring what's going on and everything else. And then what is it best for? So AI tools are best for lead scoring and predictions. So for instance, you can set up a great AI tool for a neighborhood, and have it track how many homes sold. Now I know that there's other things out there that do this, that people use these reports, but you can do it yourself also and put in whatever categories you want, have it fill out a graph, do all kinds of stuff. So it's great for lead scoring and predictions. Like, okay, what is the average home price in the future based on what's going on? Do you think these homes are going to sell for? Automation is best for follow-ups and workflows. That's what you're using this for. And it's also, the CRM is best for client history and tracking. So what I have done is designed a system that's best for follow-ups and workflows and client and history tracking, which every real estate agent needs. You need this. It's something that's very exciting. You're going to want, and I'm just really excited about it. So one more thing, just we're at the end here. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Like I said, please DM me with any questions that you might have, and I will bring them up at the next one, which is going to be on Tuesday, January 20th at 10:30 a.m. And I'm actually going to be streaming from a different location. So that we'll see how that goes. We might have some surprise guests. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to play that one by ear, so it should be a lot of fun. Once again, please, at Rachelle Van Duser is my YouTube. Please like my page, follow my page, do all that fun stuff. Same on Instagram. I am Real Estate Gal LV, at Real Estate Gal LV on Instagram. I would love to help you, see all of you, and I cannot wait to see all of you again next week. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, I'm your hostess, Rachelle Van Duser, your techie, Las Vegas real estate transaction coordinator and developer of the Real Estate Lead Automation Vault. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you so much for being here.